Hello friends, welcome to Akulmike Live. Today we are going to discuss about how the NVIDIA AI chip shattered the Wall Street records. Is NVIDIA now the new king of the Wall Street? Today therefore we will find out how the NVIDIA stock has achieved nearly $5 trillion valuation, a record-shattering milestone fueled entirely by the artificial intelligence. Let's go. Welcome everyone and to a story that is not just about a company but about the seismic shift in technology, finance and the very fabric of our future. We were talking about NVIDIA, a name that until recently was primarily known to gamers and tech enthusiasts. But today NVIDIA is a titan, an undisputed behemoth in the tech world, and a company whose stock market value has not just soared but shattered records, reaching an astonishing, almost unimaginable near $5 trillion. How did a chip maker, even one as innovative as NVIDIA, achieve such a meteoric rise? The answer, in short, is artificial intelligence. But the deeper truth is a complex tapestry woven from the decades of relentless innovation, strategic foresight, and an uncanny ability to be in precisely the right place at the right time with the right technology. This isn't just a financial story, it's a narrative about the engine driving the AI revolution and how a company built that engine piece by piece painstakingly to power the world. So today, join me as we uncover the $5 trillion race and how a chip shattered the Wall Street records. Let's continue. So before we start, let's understand what is AI and why now. For decades, AI was largely confined to science fiction and academic labs. The concept of machines thinking, learning, and reasoning has captivated us. But the computational power simply wasn't there. Early AI research faced a bottleneck. Then came the big data era, coupled with advancements in algorithms like deep learning, and suddenly AI wasn't just a dream, it was a hungry beast, needing raw computational power to learn from the vast data sets. NVIDIA humble beginning and early GPU dominance is therefore we should talk about. The NVIDIA was founded in 1993 by the Jensen Huang, Chris Malachowski, and Curtis Priem. Their vision was clear: to create chip that could process graphics incredibly fast. This led to the graphics processing unit, or a GPU. For years, NVIDIA focused on booming PC gaming market, perfecting the GPU that could render complex 3D world with breathtaking realism. Their GeForce line became legendary among the gamers. This intense focus on the parallel processing and handling many calculations simultaneously, which is essential for rendering graphics, was the key. But little did they knew they were building a very architecture that would become the backbone of the next technological revolution. And that was their aha moment. The GPU for AI, the truly pivot, came around 2006 with the introduction of CUDA, Compute Unified Device Architecture, CUDA. CUDA wasn't just a new chip, it was a platform that allowed programmers to use NVIDIA's GPU for general purpose computing, not just graphics. At first, this was adopted by scientists for complex simulations, but then a few visionary researchers started experimenting. They realized that the parallel processing capabilities of the GPU designed by by NVIDIA for rendering millions of pixels simultaneously was the perfect suited for training neural networks, the very foundation of modern AI. Training these networks involves millions, if not billions, of simulations, mathematical operations, and CPUs. Therefore, the CPU designed for sequential tasks, struggling GPUs with their thousands of cores excelled. Now, NVIDIA recognized this nascent trend, began to strategically invest, re-engineer, and optimize their hardware and software specifically for AI. They weren't just making a gaming chip anymore, they were making the brains of the artificial intelligence. So, we have established how GPUs became relevant to AI, but how NVIDIA specifically, you know, why haven't the competitors like AMD or Intel or even custom chip makers been able to dethrone them? The answer lies in the combination of hardware superiority, software ecosystem, and years of strategic head start. The secret sauce of NVIDIA's most significant competitive advantage isn't just the hardware, it's CUDA. CUDA is a proprietary programming platform that makes it vastly easier for developers to write software that leverage the full power of NVIDIA's GPU. Think of it like this. NVIDIA sells the world's most powerful car. That means within quotes the GPU, but they also provide the best roads, the easiest navigation system, and the comprehensive owner's manual. This creates powerful moat, which is the AI researchers and developers have invested for years learning and building the CUDA platform. Migrating to another chip architecture would mean rewriting the vast amount of code, retraining teams, and potentially losing performance. This developer lock-in is formidable barrier to entry for competitors. Now, next comes the innovation around the hardware. So their hardware, which is known as H100, Grace Hopper, Blackwell, of course, software needs incredible hardware to run. NVIDIA hasn't rested on its laurels. They have consistently pushed the boundaries of chip design. Their data center GPU, like the H100 Tensor Core GPU, are the marvels of engineering. These chips aren't just powerful, they are specifically designed for AI workloads with specialized tensor core that accelerate matrix multiplications, the backbone of the deep learning. More recently, the Grace Hopper superchip combines NVIDIA powerful Grace CPU with a Hopper GPU, creating an incredibly potent package for high performance computing and AI. And looking ahead, their Blackwell architecture promises another leap forward. With capabilities and scale that continues to widen the gap, these chips aren't cheap. An H100 can cost tens of thousands of dollars, but for companies racing to build the next generation of AI, they are a non-negotiable investment. Ecosystem and software lock-in. NVIDIA has built an entire ecosystem around their hardware. They offer not just chips but entire data center centric solution, networking technologies, AI software framework, and cloud services. This comprehensive offering makes them one-stop shop for AI development, further solidifying their position. They are deeply embedded in the every major cloud provider and every significant AI research lab globally. Now let's look at the competitive landscape. While the competitors like AMD and Intel are formidable in their areas, they are struggling to catch up to the high-end AI accelerator market. AMD's Instinct series is making strides, but it still lacks the maturity and breadth of the NVIDIA software ecosystem. Intel, once the undisputed king of the silicon, is playing catch up. Furthermore, the hyperscaler like Google and Amazon are developing their own custom AI chips, which are known as TPUs, etc. While these pose a long-term threat, NVIDIA's general-purpose AI chip remains essential for flexibility and broader adoption across the diverse application. For now, NVIDIA leads is substantial, some would say insurmountable in the near term. Now let's turn our attention to the financial market. where NVIDIA's technological prowess has translated into an absolute staggering stock market valuation. Historically, stock performance and the key milestones for years, NVIDIA was a respected but not a dominant player in the broader tech market. It had strong growth, but its market capitalization hovered in the tens or lower hundreds of billions. The real acceleration began in the mid 2010s as the AI started to gain traction and then exploded in late 2020 with the advancement of the generative AI. In just a few short years, we have seen Nvidia's valuation leap from hundreds of billions to trillion dollars, then two, and then three, and now sensationally nearing $5 trillion. This isn't just rapid growth; it's a parabolic ascent, placing Nvidia in an elite club alongside with tech giants like Apple and Microsoft, and at times surpassing them as the most valuable company on the planet. Growth, profitability, market share, what's driving this immense valuation? It is a perfect storm of factors such as demand for AI chips is insatiable. Every major tech companies, every startup, every research institutions need NVIDIA hardware. This translates into unprecedented revenue growth, especially in their data center segment. Next is the high demand, and NVIDIA dominant market position allow them to command excellent margins on their highly specialized chips. They are incredibly profitable. For high-end AI training, NVIDIA holds an estimated 80 to 90% market share. This near monopoly status gives investor confidence in their continued domination. The AI revolution is still in its early stage. However, investors are betting that AI becomes even more pervasive. NVIDIA role will only grow, opening up new markets in robotics, healthcare, and digital twins, which are also known as omniverse, and many more new technologies. Now let's talk about the investor sentiments and the frenzy on the Wall Street. The street analysts, initially cautious, have become increasingly bullish on Nvidia. Price targets are constantly being raised, often within weeks of each other. This position or positive sentiments combined with FOMO, which is fear of missing out, among retail and institutional investors have created a powerful feedback loop, pushing the stock higher and higher. It's a classic example of growth stock capturing the revolutionary technology. But it is not just about numbers. Nvidia surge has broader implications. Let's look at those. The implications: Nvidia's rise highlights the immense capital flow into AI development. It shows that AI is not just a hype, it's a tangible, investable sector. Its success has pulled other AI related stocks, creating ripple effects across the tech industry and even the broader economy. It's a powerful indicator of where the future of technology investment lies. Every astronomical rise comes with share of challenges and risk. For that is true for Nvidia as well. Let's look at the headwinds. While Nvidia holds a substantial lead, competitors are not standing still. AMD is investing heavily in its Instinct line, and Intel is pushing their Gaudi accelerator. Startups are emerging with new novel chip architectures. Moreover, big tech companies like Google, Amazon, and Microsoft are pouring billions into developing their own custom AI silicon to reduce reliance on Nvidia. The pressure to innovate faster, cheaper, and more efficiently will only intensify. The geopolitics and supply chain of which is woven around Nvidia's chip are and manufacturing predominantly because they are doing that in Taiwan, which is sort of near shore China, which is a geopolitical flashpoint. Any disruption to the global semiconductor supply chain or escalating trade tension could severely impact Nvidia's ability to produce and deliver its chips. The reliance and delivery, of their chips, especially on Taiwan, and especially partners like TSMC, is a critical vulnerability point. And when we talk about the market concerns and volatility, reaching a near $5 trillion valuation naturally raises questions about sustainability. Is NVIDIA stock overheated? Are investors pricing in is too much future growth quickly? Any signs of slowdown in AI spending or a shift in the market sentiment could lead to significantly create volatility around NVIDIA stocks. While the underlying technology and demand are strong, market corrections are always a possibility for high growth stocks. The story of NVIDIA reaching nearly $5 trillion valuation is more than just a financial triumph. It's a testament to the transformative power of single technology and the company that mastered it. From its root in gaming graphics, NVIDIA foresaw the future of computing and painstakingly built the infrastructure for AI era. They didn't just stumble into this position. They earned it through decades of investment in hardware, software, and unparalleled ecosystem that makes their GPU indispensable. As AI continues to evolve, from generative AI shaping content creation to advanced robotics transforming industries, NVIDIA remains at the very heart of the technological revolution. The race to 5 trillion might seem like an end, but for NVIDIA, it feels more like a new beginning. The challenges are real, but their strategic position and the relentless innovation suggest that they are far from finished reshaping the world. Whether you are an investor, a tech enthusiast, or simply someone curious about the forces driving our future, NVIDIA's journey offers a powerful lesson. In the relentless pursuit of innovation, sometimes the biggest gamble pays off beyond imagination. Thank you for joining me on this $5 trillion race and understanding how the AI chip shattered the Wall Street record. If you have any comments, please leave them in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next one.